Have you ever stopped to think about pride and ego? I mean, we all, think about it in a passing thought, like, well, I'm not prideful. I don't have ego. Or that person's very prideful, or they have lots of ego. We think about it in terms like that. But have you ever just taken a few moments and thought about pride and where that comes from and why we exhibit that, or about the ego, the false ego, the human side of ego, not the spiritual side of ego? Have you ever taken time to think about those things? I mean, really think about them, because pride and ego keep us from a lot of things in life. They keep us from the things that we should be doing, that we should be saying, that we want to say, that we want to do. And they also have a flipped side to that. Pride and ego can also cause us to do things that we really shouldn't be doing, or we really shouldn't be saying, or we really don't want to say or do, but we do it out of pride and ego. And why is that? Why do we allow those things to occur? I mean, that's something you should be asking yourself. Why? It's really good to question yourself. It's good to question other people too, but it's good to question yourself. Fear is the biggest motivator behind pride and ego. Fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of the unknown, fear of all kinds of things. We have all kinds of definitions under our personal fears and why we hold on to those personal fears and why those personal fears develop a false sense of pride and a false ego. And we're in this awakening process. We are ascending. So, part of ascension, part of this awakening, is removing the false sense of pride and the false sense of ego, the human ego. But that takes work. It doesn't come easy. You have to actually think about it. You have to actually dissect it within yourself, not within anybody else, because they have their own walk and their own journey and they need to figure that out on their own. What I'm talking about today is you dissecting it within yourself. Why do you allow fear to promote pride and ego within your choices, within your life, within your thoughts, within your words, within your deeds, within what you do or don't do? When you just stop and think about it, I mean, just truly give yourself a few moments to get down to the root of it, get down to the bottom line. What does pride and ego actually matter? What does it matter? What is the purpose of it, other than to keep us from things that we want and desire, or to make us do things that we really don't want to do or don't desire? It has, the motivation, the result of pride and ego is never a good thing. It's always something that hinders us, or causes blockages in our journey, or energetic blockages within our own energetic field, and blockages within our life. So, what does it really matter? What does it matter? Why should we hold on to pride and ego with that underlying factor of fear, that promoter of fear? It's like fear is flying the flag that says pride and ego, and it's waving it all around. Why don't we just burn that flag? Burn the pride and ego flag. Burn the fear flag. This is it. This is life. This is where we're at. We're ascending. We're waking up. We're seeing things as they are. We're feeling real feelings, real emotions. And why would we allow pride and ego to stop us from expressing real things, real emotions, real thoughts? real feelings, real points of view. Why would we allow pride and ego to stop us from that? Especially when it comes to love. If you love someone, if there's someone that you love and you're allowing pride and ego to stand in the way of it, don't. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do that to yourself and don't do that to the other person. Love is a beautiful thing. And pride and ego should never play a part in the journey of love. It should never play a part in that. If there's something that you want to go after, if there's a dream or a goal, or, even if it sounds crazy to other people, even if it's outlandish to other people, but it's in your heart and it's something that you want to pursue, something that it makes you light up inside, makes you, it brings joy to your life, then don't allow pride and ego and fear to stop you from that. Do it. What does it matter what anybody else thinks? Who cares? They're living their own life. And if they have an opinion that is negative towards you because you are stepping outside of your box and you are doing something positive for your life or doing something that you truly love or that you truly want, those people are not for you. Understand that they are not for you, because the ones that are for you are going to cheer you on and they are going to back you up and they are going to do everything in their power to let you know that you are supported. Those are the ones that are for you. Those are the ones that really love you. Don't let pride and ego stand in the way of the life that you want. Don't let it hinder your desires, your wishes, the voice that you have. Don't let any of it stop who you are becoming. Just take a few moments and think about that. And if you find that there's areas in your life that you are allowing pride and ego and fear to stand in the way, then fuck that pride and ego and fear and knock that shit down. Go after the life that you want. I am sending you all lots of love and lots of activation energy.